We live? All right, we live. All right, everybody, want to welcome you out to world famous House of Mac and Digital Grass Tech Beats and Bytes. Tonight we are definitely focused on the beat side of things, although we'll get into a little bit of tech. But the person here, without really knowing the accolades, if you don't know him, is a Grammy-nominated producer, probably one of the biggest, most unknown producers in South Florida because you just don't stop working. You never come out and talk to the people. So we're honored to have him here. So my man Big D, let's give him a round of applause for coming out and spending some time with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
So without me doing it, why don't you just tell the people a little bit about yourself and exactly what it is you do and some of the things you've done in the past without me bragging for you.
Well, what we do is we did music for different artists like Pretty Ricky album, the Blue Star album we did, Jamie Foxx, Unpredictable, Jazzy, Hello Brooklyn. Who else? Ross, Trick Daddy, Let's Go.
The list just goes on and on.
DJ Feezy's new record with K. Michelle, Rick Ross, and Fabulous. We did that record. And we just what we do. We just do music, man.
So,
yeah.
Being a producer in Miami, you have a lot of people that come to Miami and just leave, but a lot of talent comes here, and I know your studios stay busy. What's one of the biggest things you see changing or transitioning in the music industry right now?
Just the kids now that's coming up now, they're just putting music out like every day. They constantly just putting music out. Like back in the day, an album will come out once a year or every other year or whatever. But now, kids, they nonstop. They're just putting out music, and you can just get music from just everywhere now. So that's the biggest difference. Is like you can just get music from everywhere.
So is streaming music, has it helped you? Because I know if the music is coming out at that frequency rate as a producer, that means you're constantly making, you're constantly creating. So how has streaming music helped you?
Well, it helps the artist more so than the producer, because an artist can put out a music. He or she can put the music out without even paying a producer, and just putting it out there, streaming it or whatever. And they're gonna go do shows and whatever. And the producer never gets paid. So if you ain't really established or if you're not connected to that artist per se, the producer really takes a beating, when it comes to that, unless they got their business together or, you willing to step to the artist about putting your music out without permission like I will. Yeah.
I know one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't know about you is your live performances. I know you kill it on the guitar. You play, is it bass or you play lead?
Lead guitar.
Lead guitar.
Yeah.
So live performances, a lot of people always are craving live music in South Florida, but we don't get a lot of it.
Right.
So how's that been going for you? Or where can we find you at, man?
Man, I don't do live music like I used to. Like we used to have a thing called Miami Live, back in the day. And so we just looking for that right venue to like bring that back.
Wynwood Yard.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like, I love live music. Like I like to get out the studio and just listen to live music or play live music. That's like I do that for free, like because I love to do live music and I love to be on stage with the band. So, we're gonna do it though. We're gonna do it before the end of the year.
Is it just the right venue, or is it also the right crowd? Because I know sometimes people can be fickle there.
Both.
Okay.
The right venue, the right crowd. Like I like to play for sexy women. You know what I mean?
Y'all hear them? Where they at?
Yeah. So it's like like that's what my joy is, like to see a bunch of beautiful women and we just on stage performing, and like that's what I like to do.
All right. So what's the genres? I mean, so what's going to be next though? We get you the venue, the women are out.
Yeah.
What's going to take it to that next level, though? What do you want to see happening in Miami for the music industry right now?
Man, I just want to see more creative artists come out and do their thing and be creative and not follow the trend of like what all the other little kids is doing, like the Lil Uzis and all of them. Like I want Miami, that Miami sound. Like back in the day, Trick Trina, all those Pretty Ricky, Pitbull, Flo Rida, like Ross, we have variety of different, sounds and artists. Like I want to see that come back. You know what I mean? All these kids trying to sound like each other, do the same. They trying to trap it out. Like I just wanted to get back to real music and what I mean, real craftsmanship.
How would you define the Miami sound of music? What is the Miami sound? A lot of people watching us, we stream this live, so
we don't.
You got Chicago watching, you got New York watching, you got LA watching. What is the Miami sound?
We used to have a Miami sound. Like if you from Miami, we used to have. We don't have a Miami sound no more. Like, we got a couple Miami artists, and it's a couple nice kids. Like I just heard Denzel Curry. Just realized he's from Miami, and then this other dude, Triple X. What's his name? XXX. Yeah, but it's still not a Miami sound. You know what I'm saying? So like, we got to get back to that. Like with the Lukes, and that used to be. Miami used to have a sound, and hopefully we'll get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we'll get back to that.
Now, some of that we were talking about it with PK. We don't really have like gatekeepers here. We don't have that sense of unity in the community of South Florida. Do you think that lack of unity and that lack of one is a reason why we've kind of lost our way and why you don't have that defined sound down here?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know if it's the water. Like we grew up here in Miami. I could talk about Miami because I'm born and raised in Miami. We're all like this. Like we got our own little territory, and we never really came together like they do in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And like really network together and put resources together, whatever. Like we never did that really here in Miami. So that was always a lack. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, this new generation and this new music or whatever, that's one thing that I'm seeing now is more of that being done now. People starting to get together and starting to network together, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, we'll get to that,
I remember one thing Luther Campbell, Uncle Luke, he was saying is that radio stations here don't promote the artists that are local the way other cities do. Like if you go to Atlanta, you're going to hear Atlanta artists. If you go to New York, you're going to hear Nas, you're going to hear Jay, you're going to hear Mobb Deep, you're going to hear 50, you're going to hear New York artists. How do we get the radio stations to embrace Miami artists the same way other cities do?
Well, let me tell you, I love Luke. I grew up on Luke and everything, and when Luke was coming up and Two Live Crew was coming up, they played Miami music all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, now they don't do it because a lot of our older, I say the older Miami heads allowed outsiders to come in and take over our clubs, take over our radio stations.
Puffy, he came and did it.
Okay, I ain't gonna mention no name, but
I can't. So, I don't know him. You in the industry? I don't know him.
And they allowed the promoters to come in and take over. So when I came up, you had to ask permission to do anything if you wasn't from Miami. So when you start allowing these outsiders to come in, now you can't complain now that you don't hear your Miami music on the radio, and you don't, because they done infiltrated your territory now. So it is what it is. So I mean, so that's how the business go.
It's gonna be a long time to reel it back in, though. That's what I see. It's kind of a lost cause at this point.
Right there, you go.
In the crowd, who here is actually born and raised from Miami or South Florida? Okay, so a couple. How do y'all feel about the music industry right now?
I agree.
Said straight up, said it sucks. Barely surviving. So what do y'all feel is missing? And I'm sorry, we already opened it up for questions because, as you said, Big D, he likes to actually communicate with people. I know that about him. He's not one to just be interviewed. We like to actually interact with the crowd. So what do you guys feel is missing right now from the music industry? The feel-good music? What'd you say, Tupac? Is that
Yeah,
what
you ain't gonna get that back. I can tell you.
that's been gone, man.
Right.
You might want to try to find that last mixtape from Suge. What'd you say, Jazzy? What's missing? Real love. So that feeling you can't explain. So this is the thing. If that was to come back, would y'all actually? We have the crowd here. So if we had Miami Live come back on Monday nights and we were performing right here, is that something not just to patronize and show up for free? Is that something people will actually pay for? Is that the energy that y'all really want back? Or is that the shit that just sounds real good to say when you on Facebook? You know. So how you feel about that, man? They saying they want you back.
Yeah, it sound good though. You know what I mean? That's you got to have a deep appreciation for real music, live music. Like that's got to be some shit that you just got that you love to get, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like it's not. That's why I say I'm looking for the right venue, the right type of people, to bring that back, because you can't do that anywhere and for anybody or whatever, And the people out here, like I know Miami I know it's a lot of people that love live music and real music or whatever. We just got to find the right location and the right setting to do it,
So I always wondered about this formula, and I wonder if this is the part that's missing. You still play instruments. A lot of these kids that are now coming up in the music industry don't actually understand the art of music. Do you think with not playing instruments and not actually understanding music has something to do with the lack of craft and the lack of quality of the music we're getting? Are the tools making it too easy for them?
Well, the tolerance level is, kids, their tolerance level is like real short right now. So
3 seconds.
Like, yeah, they don't really, you know what I mean? They just want to hear the bass, not too much music, and I don't even know if they understand the lyrics. You know what I mean? But like they don't have a really. That's why you can count the artists on one hand, like Chance the Rapper, who's a real artist, Kendrick or J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Those are. But think about it. We don't even have a R&B category no more. It's all
pop.
It's either hip hop, pop, or urban AC. Anything that's remotely of R&B, like Usher is considered to the industry right now is like borderline urban AC. Like name your R&B artist. You don't have an R&B artist right now.
Actually, let's do that with the crowd.
Yeah.
Who are your top hot R&B artists right now that's on the radio? Name them. Boy, y'all quiet as yeah, R&B. Now I will admit, I just went and saw John Legend perform Friday.
He's not R&B. He's pop.
He's pop now. He got like 2 R&B songs on a pop album.
Right. And I just went to see Charlie Wilson, and Charlie Wilson is urban AC, and Fantasia. They urban AC, so they not even considered R&B.
So we're gonna blame this on Trump. They blamed everything on Obama. We're gonna blame the music failure on Trump. It's a Trump issue.
Yes.
Couldn't hear you. So do we have any questions from the audience? If y'all have a question, y'all need to come up.
Come to the
mic. We open for questions.
Don't be shy.
Come this way. You're going to stand right here. I'm going to give you the mic.
Hi, I had a question. I noticed you use urban AC a lot.
Yeah.
What exactly is urban AC?
Adult contemporary. Yeah, it's basically for 25 and up. Hot 105. You heard of that station? That's adult contemporary. And so 99 Jams used to be your R&B station when you want to hear some real dope R&B. And when you listen to 99 Jams, what are they? They hip hop rap. You know what I'm saying? Then now you got the beat, and so they both competing. So like, where's your real music? You got to go underground and listen to it. A lot of your dope R&B artists per se or whatever. They're like underground. Like I love this girl. I was listening to a CD. Her name is called Her. You ever heard of? Yeah. Now she's dope, but you're not gonna hear her on the radio, right? But she got one of the dopest CDs. Like I love that girl. You know what I'm saying?
Sid got one out from the internet. Yeah, so a lot of good music out there.
Yeah, man. But so that's what I'm saying. Like that's what Miami's missing. Not, we got to get back to that, and it starts with our. Well, I would say we got to find a dope club that's not gonna be competing. Every club you go to, you hear the same records. The DJ's playing the same shit. Like so. We got to find a dope club that's not scared to play real music like Her and all your other up-and-coming dope music or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then it starts from there. Hopefully somebody will have some guts on the radio station to start playing some real music down here.
Sounds like we need a new radio station.
Yeah.
We got another question? All right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yo, all day. You're beautiful, though. We just gonna say it. You are very beautiful.
Okay, so I know you labeled a lot
Are
of...
you an artist?
I am.
I was going to say you need to be. If you want an artist, you need to be an artist.
Well, thank you. I know you labeled a lot of artists as urban AC, so who would you consider to be in the genre of R&B as far as like artists that are out now? Who would you use as an example?
Like I use Her. She's in R&B. I look at her like an R&B artist, or I used to say Tory Lane, but he ain't even
I don't think Tory
R&B.
Lanez
Like,
is R&B.
see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. What about like Kalani or Ginetta?
Kalani ain't even R&B. Like Kalani white, right? Or she's black.
She's mixed.
She's
Yeah.
mixed.
Yeah,
but
mixed.
she's not even considered R&B. Listen, who's the R&B considered R&B right now?
Who?
Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
But he's everything. Think
He
about
is,
it.
he is.
But he can't. If you listen to a CD, it's nothing but R&B music.
He actually took Morris Day and the Time, a little bit of Ohio players,
Everybody
and
he
put
took-
that together and made
Yeah,
his
you
album.
hear New Jack City. Everything is on that CD. That's R&B. But when you look at the charts, he's number one on the pop charts. You understand what I'm saying? He's number one on the urban charts. Like I just saw a thing where he was like number one on 3 different charts in 3 different categories. So that tells you it's really over for the black R&B artists.
Well, I mean,
If
that
it's
is
get-
what
if
I
it-
like. That's
if-
what I like.
If it's getting to that, you understand what I'm saying? Like that's just let you know like they're taking that. You know what I'm saying? So they look at the black R&B, what a black R&B artist, they look at the black R&B artist, because if Usher had did that same album, it would have been considered urban AC. No. Bruno Mars album.
Urban would've did
If
Bruno.
Usher had did those same songs, all of y'all, especially his fan core, black folk, would have looked at him as being dated. Urban AC, but Bruno Mars can get away with it.
What kind of music do you do? So you can sing. So check this out. This is what we do. Don't walk away now. We broke deals. The last dude that came up here, he had a tech company. Well, no, he had a sauce. We helped him out with a sauce. He got about $3,500 worth of services, consulting services and everything else. So if you sing right now and Big D likes it, I'll pay for your session to get in the studio with him. But I don't care what you sing, but you got to do it right now. You got to impress him.
Just don't fuck
You're not
up.
impressing me. You can sing country, you can sing whatever you want to, but you got to sing right now.
Oh my God. Hi, how are you? All right. Stand up.
You gotta stand up and don't mess
Well,
up.
I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive. Carved my name into his leather seats. I took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights. I slashed a hole in our foot tires. Maybe next time he'll think before he cheats.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Put me on the spot like that.
You wrote that? That was just
That's Carrie Underwood.
Oh, see, I don't listen to country.
You wanted something original.
Oh, okay. Nah.
Hold up,
this
you got
all
something
good.
original?
Yeah, I want to hear some original.
Oh, lastly, don't mess up.
How far can you go when it's all you've ever known? And it's all you've ever seen, walking around with broken dreams, but you want so much more. She grew up way too fast, and there ain't no coming back, no. She took the cards that she was dealt, and she played a hand. Here I am, you wouldn't know, 'cause you don't see the scars I bear. I learned a while ago, sometimes life isn't fair. Gotta make the best of the worst situation. No matter what it is, just face it. Practice patience, just embrace it. I promise that you'll make it. Here I am.
Yo, you got a dope voice. Yes. Yeah. See that gentleman over there?
There you go, make it
Make
happen.
sure you get your number before you leave.
Tech Beats and Bytes, breaking artists. What's your name? We didn't know who you are. What's your name? What's your name?
What's your name?
You. Where you going?
What's your name?
She's so shocked she can't even respond.
Hi.
She's like, oh, it happened. Oh, God, it happened.
My name is Ginetta.
Ginetta.
Yes. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Beautiful, beautiful. You look, yeah, I was making sure. I was going to tell him to make sure he ask you for ID. Now, you sound good, though. Your voice is very mature. You know what I mean? You got a nice tone. Yeah, I would love to work with you in the studio. Do something nice. Yeah. Let's do something.
Look at here, man. Y'all
But
give
you-
her a
that's
round of applause.
You know, that's what I miss about Miami Live. Because Miami Live, I used to just have people come on stage and sing live with the band, and we found so much talent that way. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things about Miami Live we miss. But hopefully we'll bring it back. I'm working with Rico. Me and Rico been talking about bringing it back.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Two super producers in the same house at the same time?
Yeah.
L. David, let's talk.
Well, that's a hard act to follow. Shit. Question as an artist, and I'm new to the Miami market, but how do you recommend for artists to get to the radio? Because a lot of people always say, I want to get on the radio and get heard. And then you hear about extraterrestrial radio as far as streaming. So how do you recommend for artists of any genre to get to the radio in 2017?
You know, I'm the wrong person to really ask that question, man, because I'm an old school type of cat, and the industry has changed to the point where radio is not the priority no more. It's the social media. All that is the priority. That's how people getting their music out. Like some of these kids, they don't even care about radio, and they're doing like $15,000 a show. like, and you wonder how these people are hearing their music. Like when I was Denzel Curry and this other boy, they had like 20,000. They was at Coachella performing, like people was doing this. They knew their songs, and I'm like, man, where these boys came from? Because you don't hear them on the radio, not in Miami. So whatever tool they using, social media wise or whatever, I would advise you to, go that route.
I think Rico made a good point when you guys were at the FMAC conference doing Jazz in the Gardens when Rico said actually music isn't breaking music first. They catching up when stuff is already hot on the internet.
There you
so
go.
They not breaking the music.
They ain't breaking the music no more. That's why the DJs, especially here in Miami, they don't know what breaking music is all about at all. So.
Okay. We have any more questions from the audience before we bring up our last guest? Any more? Yes, our president, LaToya Sturp, is going to ask a question.
Hello, good evening. Wanted to ask you if you have any jewels or any advice for people who want to become upcoming producers in the music industry today.
Well, just stay creative and do what you love to do. Like I tell people that want to come up and produce, just be creative. Producing is different. It's like whatever you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a musician, so I like a lot of music. So I put music in my tracks or whatever. But there's some people that don't. They do drums real good, bass line real good or whatever. So, like I just say, keep at it. Like I was producing. I've been producing a long time, and I always said that I wanted to work with this person and that person, and I always I say this all the time. I always wanted to work with Missy Elliott, and so I used to say, man, I would love to work with Missy or whatever. Just God just made it happen. Where we did Missy's single that's out now, and we doing her album. You know what I mean? So I just didn't give up. Like I just kept doing music. You know what I'm saying? And I got in front of people. Like I started doing music in church. So like if if that's what you want to do and you want to be a producer, whatever. My favorite producers was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So I used to listen to all their music. I used to just listen to the music, listen to how it sounded, and you know what I mean. So I said, man, that's how I want to produce. Nobody taught me how to produce. I just started listening to how they did their music, and then I wanted my music to sound like that. So that's the advice I can give you.
To piggyback off of Latoya's question, one of the things that we talked to Rico about, and one of the things that makes money, like one of my friends, he's a producer, so he produces the actual intro music for our shows and the content that we put out. Have you got into like scoring music and making music for other platforms besides just, music tracks?
Now, me and Lamb, we talk. Me and Lamb is my music partner, and so we've been talking about just doing. That's what we really want to do. Movie scores, like that's the main thing. That's one thing that I have not done that I want to do. It's one of my main things. I want to score movies. You know what I mean? Because I know I can do it. Like I know if we score the movie, it's gonna be crazy.
All right, so we normally do these last final questions that we want to do. You want to stop and restart it real quick, or we good? Go ahead. All right, so if we were to plug into you right now and we were listening to music that's inside of you and your life was a soundtrack, what would we be listening to?
Earth, Wind and Fire, Chicago. Definitely, you'll be listening to Trick Daddy. You'll be listening to her. That's what I'm listening to now.
The EP.
And you'll be listening to Big D music.
If there was something you could tell yourself now, 5 years ago, if you could go back 5 years, or even if you could go look into the future, what's one piece of advice you wish somebody had given you 5 years ago and something you now know that you didn't know then?
I guess 5 years ago, that's tough. You know why? Because I'm more. I used to 5 years ago. I just was more. I would say hard. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't what you call like a friendly guy or whatever. I was a hard, real, because Miami, growing up in Miami, you grow up that way. So I guess 5 years ago, if I could have just been a little bit more relaxing,
friendly, approachable.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
because when people see you, I'm
right.
telling you,
Yeah.
I don't think most people are thinking,
Right.
"Oh, this dude produced R&B and soul music."
Yeah.
I mean, but they got to get to know you, and I mean, that's one thing I've known.
That's
about
the main thing. Like I never did I never did promote myself. I never did brag on myself. I never did do the. That's why I don't know really do the social media thing real good. Is because like I just grew up like I let my music do the talking for me. So I really wasn't approachable like that, like you were saying or whatever. So if I had to do that over, I would do that over again because I see today that's really important. It wasn't important 5, 10 years ago. The music mattered more. Now the social media, now how many Instagram followers you got and all that shit matters. You know what I mean? So I guess that's what would
and I think that's a big reason to having you out here. People should know how approachable you are because I've seen you interact with people and I've seen you talk to people for hours on end just giving advice. So I know you're a good dude. So
sure.
We appreciate it. But last question. I know you drinking water, but I think I've seen you drink before. But just in case, what is your drink of choice?
Man, I go back and forth. Sometimes I want dark liquor because I want to be in one type of vibe.
So what's the vibe tonight? What's the drink of choice for tonight?
Well, I knew I had to come do this. So I'm on water. I didn't want to really
now
get
you're
too
done.
crazy.
We got to get you on some liquor.
Yeah, I'm on brown tonight. I'm on Hennessy tonight.
So we want to give my man Big D a round of applause, and can we get him a Hennessy and what goes with that?
Hennessy and ginger ale.
Can I get him a Hennessy and ginger ale on the rocks?
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you coming out, man. Once
Thank
again,
y'all.
round of
Appreciate
applause
it.
for Big D.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Man, really appreciate it.
Anytime.
So we're gonna do something real quick. Just want you guys to meet somebody that's gonna be coming back in June. Mr. Noles, can you come up real quick? So this is Eric Noles from the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, excuse me, and I'm not even drinking yet. But I wanted you guys to meet him because he's one of the inspirations for our organization and somebody that kind of fuels some of the things we do. So this is going to be very brief. Just want him to kind of introduce himself because we really want to promote him and have everybody out when he speaks. A man full of knowledge, investment groups, and knows everything going on. So, Mr. Noles, if you could just tell the people a little bit about the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce so they understand what MDCC is really doing in the community.
Eric, first of all.
Mr. Noles to me. My daddy would beat my ass if I call you Eric. So.
How's everybody doing? Wait a minute. I said, everybody. How's everybody doing? Okay, that's better.
Command.
Well, I've been running the chamber for 3 years. Actually, May makes 3 years that I've been doing this. Used to work for the Dolphins for about 15 years, and the Marlins used to run the stadium. But anyway, the Miami-Dade Chamber has been around since 1974, and what the Chamber's focus is actually black business, minorities, and women. Because of the lack of inclusion here in Miami, there are several chambers. The biggest chamber is the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce, which I have a great relationship with today, but 43, 44, 50 years ago, they did not have a great relationship with the black community. So the black community got together and started the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce.
So if you could tell us what's the best way for the community to get involved, because you're, like you said, your biggest thing is inclusion. While you're promoting for women and minorities, your whole thing is to bring all communities together. You kind of serve as a liaison. So what's some of the best ways for everybody to get involved?
Well, we do a number of different things. We have workshops. We have lunch and learns. For instance, I don't know if you all know how much money is being basically spread around Miami right now.
Tell us.
Do you have any idea? I'm asking a question. Anybody have an idea how much money is being spread around Miami right now? It's probably billions of dollars. All Aboard Florida is $1.5 billion project. Miami World project, right up across from the arena, is $1.5 million. The Miami-Dade Water and Sewer project is, what is that, $20 billion over it's $13 billion over 20 years, something like that. I get it. When you talk about 13, you talk about 20. It's all relative. So billions of dollars. The stadium, Dolphins Hard Rock Stadium, just spent $500 million. If they build a soccer stadium, that's going to be another $400 million. Right over here, there's towers going up everywhere. So there are billions and billions of dollars. So my job and what I do every day is advocate for our members to be able to participate. The school board, $1.2 billion bond. They have a new performing arts school right behind us that they just got through finished building. I just went to a groundbreaking for Saint Overture. Anyway, this morning, $700,000 project. So again, that's what I'm out here advocating to make sure if you're in business and you have a product, or if you're in business and you're in construction or anything like that, that you have an opportunity to participate.
So guys, remember he's coming back, but this is a wealth of knowledge. So meet him right at the bar. He drinks light, but he does drink. Very nice gentleman. So please approach Mr. Noles, also known as Eric, and have a conversation with him. But Eric, thank you for coming out and supporting us, and we look forward to having you back for our full engagement on the 19th of June.
And my preference?
Yes, we need to know.
Bob and Cool.
Bob and Cool. Y'all heard him.
Haitian rum.
Haitian rum.
Or
Do they have it?
Or either Mount Gay.
Are they drinking it tonight? You got it tonight?
I didn't ask him. I was drinking vodka tonight, but I said my choice.
Your choice. So
Yeah.
if we buy you a bottle, that's what we need to buy.
Mount Gay.
You got it.
15-year-old.
This man is specific. I guess you can do that when you got a bow tie. You can ask some kind of thing. Hey, guys, we appreciate y'all supporting us tonight. Don't forget to go get you some food at World Famous House of Mac. And this is Michael Hall with Digital Grass and Tech Beats and Bytes. We appreciate your support. We'll see you next week.